your walkie you got. I want you to put it on your belt, on your side or whatever. That way it's right here. It's not. I know it's stuck in a pocket.
All right. So here we are right here in the Jazz. We see some drummers over here. We're going to go over and check them out. So we're checking audio right now. We got a new mic system, so we want everybody to bear with us tonight because we're trying to make sure that you get my audio and the crowd audio. All right, we're going to head over here to Cal Edison Park.
You don't even know you're in place.
Hey, what nation are you guys with?
Huh?
Nation.
I'm a Kalispell.
Kalispell, huh?
Yep.
All right, so for people who are not familiar with this area, where's Kalispell at?
Kalispell's in eastern Washington, north of Spokane.
Is that Ponderay County?
That's Ponderay County.
Ponderay County. You guys are ways away from home out here.
Yeah.
We
I
from
grew
here.
up out here, West Seattle.
West Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's important for you guys to come out here and drum?
Oh, man, you know it's important, man. People is what's most important, man. That whole medicine wheel, man. That's what the native people's about, dog. You know what I'm saying? My kids is the whole medicine wheel. They black, yellow, white, red, all of that. You know what I mean? So it's important to be out here and fight for each other's equal opportunity for all, man. It's important. Oh, God.
We're gonna head over here to Cal Edison Park. So, what we got right here, this is Cal Anderson Park right here. This is also inside of this jazz zone. You guys have seen us almost every night over here at Cal Anderson Park. The other night they had the lights off. They turned off the lights. The lights are on tonight. Actually, we'll go this way in Cal Anderson Park. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, we just passed the hot dog.
I know. Hold on. So they're talking about with the audio. No, it's fine. We'll just leave it right. We'll leave it right there. So we got a new mic on the camera, on this camera, and it's a directional mic, which means that, you know, of course we have it in the direction of what we're facing, so we can interview people. And so I think what we'll do is there we go. So I think that when we're talking to people, we'll plug the mic in, and when we're not talking to people, we'll take the mic out. So I think we trying to step it up out here for you guys, man. So. So we're going to take a look back right here. So this is, like I said, it's been an interesting day here in the Chaz. You know, for the most part, we're just chilling out, but we did see quite a few things here. You know, the last stream, I think you guys might have seen, was it was a guy over here. He walked in with his flag, and we saw a response. And we saw a response. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to orient the audio. You believe it or not, now these guys, I think it was it was at least easier for me back when I just had a regular iPhone 8, and maybe you guys heard it or you didn't, but we're trying to deliver a better kind of system to you guys. So appreciate your patience. But let me set the scene for you. Right now, I'm on 10th and Pine, right in front of what they've dubbed the Black Lives Matter Way over here. There's also known as Pine Street. It's been an interesting day out here in the Chaz thus far. You know, you saw coverage earlier this morning from the Black Women's Rally and for what they had going on there. A lot of other stuff that's going on as well. There's a lot of different marches and activity across the city today that we saw. There was also the children's march, and Eric was there at the children's march, and we covered. Hey, Eric, hold on. I'm gonna put this mic back in. Maybe you could tell us what you saw at the children's march, because you covered it earlier. 1 second here. So let's keep this out.
Alright, so one of the most, it was a splitting image of what happened down at Rainier Beach at Franklin at MLK and Rainier, where the youth got together and said, we have to hear our voices. Well organized, they come with their agenda, they get it done. Even today, the 12-year-olds had a list of 10 demands. They had put everything down in the 10, where the last week I've been listening to people with 50, 100 demands. They had 10 demands to change the world. They were organized. They put the art into the protest. They had the route straight. And the parents said, we're behind you. It was a beautiful protest. Beautiful protest.
Right. So, I mean, you brought up something right there. I guess it's kind of interesting. You said that you went there and the kids had their demands. But I mean, one of the things that we're seeing here is that there's a lot of different demands out here right now.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of demands from different people, and I must say that all these demands are valid. But just this is my personal opinion, we are getting out of hand with the protests. We start off with Black Lives Matter, and as usual, it becomes a POC thing. And then it becomes an all people thing. And then the message of Black Lives Matter dissolves into the midst of all these other struggles. And we're back at the same place, looking to another 40-year mark to where we have to come back out and protest for the same rights and equality. You know? It's sad. So with the kids having a list of 10 demands that specifically affected them, affected their community, when they were saying Black kids matter, we have to think. Philandio Castile was shot in the car with his baby in the back seat with his kids. Sean Furr was shot with his kid in his hand. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at it, a lot of us adults, especially people older than me, don't hop on the internet like that to look at everything on WorldStar, to look at everything on these sites that all the youth have access to. And they're seeing us die. Their future is them looking at the TV and saying, we're tired of watching people like us die. And it's strong, it's powerful. These kids are affected just as much as we are. We're jaded, we're hurt. They see the pain and they want to stop it out of pure innocence. And it's a beautiful thing.
All right. And that's your observation and your opinion from the children's.
My observation and my opinion.
From the Children's March today. Yeah. I mean, it also brings up something else is that, on City Hall. Hey, what's up? Hey, how are you? Good to see you. I mean, Eric brings up a good point here is that, the children's got their demands. I mean, and maybe a lot of their demands might mash up with the demands of some of the other organizations that we put demands out. They might not. Hey, Eric, did you get a picture of their demands?
No, but I got it recorded.
Oh, okay, so you actually recorded. So we're going to check out what the children now are saying, what their demands are, and everything else. And actually, we said we were going to go over here to Cal Anderson Park and check it out. But me personally, right, in this coverage out here, me personally, I think that, there might need to be an expedience as to, what guys are, what's occurring out here, you know what I'm saying, in the Chaz.
Are you going to the party?
Yeah, well, it's a party over there, huh?
They're playing Chief Keef.
So, we're going to head over here to Cal Anderson Park. Hey, what's good? Future Crystals. Hey, man. What's good? Future Crystals in here. That's my man. He's also a streamer. So, all the live streamers, saying we try to connect with each other in the best way. And actually, the security people try to coordinate between us and a lot of the other live streamers. What's up, man? Do I want any snacks or hand sanitizer? Hand sanitizer is always good.
Yeah, here you go.
Thank you. Yeah, you too. All right, so this is Cal Anderson Park. We're back out here. The lights are on tonight. A few nights ago, the lights were off out here, which was, you're welcome, thank you. The lights were off out here, which, you know, man, it was dark. So I want to, it's a lot of people who are new on this stream, and also we're streaming to a lot of different platforms tonight. So I know some of you guys that have been with me for a while, some of the stuff I'm going to say tonight, you've heard before, but you know what I'm saying, bear with me because we want to be able to give people as much information as possible. So now this is Cal Anderson Park. This park right here is actually located inside the Chaz. It borders the actual streets of 11th, Nagel, and Pine. And I mean, to be honest with you, what you're seeing right now for our average Saturday night in Cal Anderson Park in June, even though the weather right now is horrible, this is pretty average as to what you would see here. And so, you know what I'm saying, we got a lot of people just sitting down with them, their friends, their family, or whoever, and they're just in their groups chilling. In the upper park, there's actually circles that are put in the ground that are all 6 feet apart. The tents, so you got a few different types of tents over here. So let's talk about this, right? So this tent right here, this is what you call mutual aid. And so mutual aid is people who come together and, you know, all the, what's up? I'm good on the snacks right now. I'm just explaining mutual aid to everybody. So today's the first day that we're streaming to like every platform, YouTube, Twitter. So it's a lot of new people. So I'm just explaining different things that are out here, right? So mutual aid, when it comes to a protest or something, any kind of sustained occupation or protest, then you know people need food, people need water, everything else, and so you see here that a lot of these tents and all of those big tents in the background, those are people who are doing mutual aid, and so they'll collect donations or they'll give money out of their own pocket or whatever, and they'll come over here and they'll make it, you know, available basically for free for people. And so mutual aid. So like the thing with any protest, or what I learned, is learning curve for myself, is that you have to have mutual aid, you have to have medics, and you have to have security. Those are the three primary things with any protest. I didn't know that before I got here, but I learned that. Now, these are actual tents that people are in. And so some of these tents here are, believe it or not, shift workers. So some of these tents are like people who might work the night shift on security, or they might work a different shift, you know what I'm saying, in mutual aid or anywhere else. And so now they're camped over here in Cal Anderson Park. Now the Red Cross is probably one of the most recognizable signs anywhere in the world, you know what I'm saying, which means medical aid and things like that. And so when we see the red tent there, that means that somebody in the tent is providing medical assistance out here. And I can say is that I've seen it. Hey, what's up, man?
Y'all been a hero out there. Thank you, man.
No problem. Just trying to let people see what we see. That's it. So these guys are actual campers that are out here. And it's, man, somebody has a generator running back there. It's big tents. And, you know, for all kinds of reasons now, you got people that are actually camped out here. I know a big part of the security actually camps out here as well. Some of the other people that might be camped, I don't really have any first-hand information. We swing back through later. We'll do some interviews on that. Mutual aid. All this is mutual aid. It's like a dance session going on over there.
My bad.
So, I said I'm gonna wait until we get a lower volume and chime in here. But so there used to be back when the barricade was here, we used to call it the night shift. The original night shift were the people that would show up at 2 a.m. at the Western Barricade. When there go the lights, City of Seattle's cut the lights. So the lights are off out here now at the park. The city has cut the lights. Oh, mutual aid. So the lights are off now at Cal Anderson Park, which means it's going to be very dark over here tonight, especially dark. I don't even know if there's a moon out tonight or not, but there's cloud cover here, at least in this part of Seattle. So we'll find that the only light that's going to be on are the actual street lights. We got some more campers over here, some more mutual aid tents, medics. Ecology. I haven't seen that before. Somebody has the ecology tent. We got people dumping trash, charge stuff here. So a literal charging station that's popped up over here as well. Hey, so anybody can charge anything over here? Just come along and just plug it in, huh, and get a charge? Oh, wow. Where'd you get that from? Yeah, save some for me. All right. How's this work over here? Is this like free clothes? Pick up, donate? Yeah?
I could donate some clothes here?
So, I mean, and why is it that you feel that you have to have a clothes bank? And I'm not being sarcastic or anything. I'm just curious. But yeah. You just came to help out. All right, we won't put you on the spot then if you don't. Yeah, no, it's fine. But it looks like there's shoes over here, all the way down to children's shoes. There's clothes over here as well. Wow, there's even. See baby bottles, diapers. All right, thank you. Be safe.
I already know.
So this was the guy who had the noodles yesterday, and right now it's clothing. So the reason why I want to ask though is why is the clothing bank here? Is that representative of what I'm saying? Yeah, no, it's just, hey, Bobby Steels. So now we see that it's a lot of campers in the park.
Yeah, well, I mean, you think about it, right? Think about this. There's no festivals this year. So people are looking for something to do. A lot of the protesters stand behind the cause, and so they're coming out here to show support. I've heard a lot of people traveling to come here. And
so people might travel to come here, and then they just break out their tent, huh?
Yeah, it's definitely doing something.
Wow.
It's our message.
Wow.
The burial from them.
So this is a border right here. You know, we always talk about these borders because, you know, there's reporting out there that it's a border crossing, that you need a passport and that you need ID and all this kind of stuff. So we want to come over here to the border. This is now the border of the Chaz. Good evening. How are you? You good? All right. Mutual aid over here. Looks like they got serving trays over there. So now what we're doing right now is we're heading southbound on 11th Avenue. We're heading back over here to Pine and see what's going on here. And guys, I'll be honest with you. You know, like I said, it's been a very interesting day here. You know, here at the Chaz, it started early for us, and kind of unexpectedly, when Fire Chief Scoggins showed up at the door. To be honest with you, the chief showed up at the door, and he came with some people from SDOT, Public Utilities, and then also representatives from the business community, as well as some of the security people that are working with the protesters, and a gentleman who said that he represented the sentiments of the protesters. And yeah, I mean, we weren't expecting it, but we made ourselves as ready as possible, so to speak. And we saw Chief Scoggins, you know, kind of facilitate a meeting in which early on we saw him give some updates from the city, from departments that weren't his own, where he gave an update from the city of Seattle. Then he also gave an update from the Seattle Police Department. But, you know, the thing is that's kind of what we've been talking about, is credible messengers. The fire chief is one of those people that we said carries a lot of weight and not a lot of baggage. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's what this is, Conversation Cafe. Oh, okay. Let's zoom in over here. It's Conversation Cafe. Let's make a friend. They're talking about legalization. It's already legal here, so maybe he's talking about equity and the marijuana trade.
So, this is my first day here, right? And
welcome.
And it's been, thank you. And the message has seemed muddled. I hear what you're saying, and I looked at something like Project Zero. Do you have any idea what Project? I think it's Project Zero. It's actually a Black Lives Matter thing from around Ferguson time, and they have some very specific policies for how to reform the police or whatever, right? And in the same vein, I think I heard you say that defund the police doesn't mean abolish the police, but I think I've heard the opposite here as well. So I've heard that defund the police does mean abolish the police. So I'm coming back with, which is totally understandable, like, you know, mixed messages or different different opinions on a thing, which is going to happen in any organization.
To walk around and to have the burden to teach you about what I go through. That's exhausting, and I don't think that's my responsibility. I think that information is free, it's out there, we've been loud, and so if you're serious, if you want to address the anger that people feel, I would say that you go out and you seek that information and say that this is how I can change it. That's genuine and that's sincere. If I see something and I know it's wrong and I act to go and I change it, that's how you begin to address anger and angst, where I say I don't feel like this is genuine. And I understand that a huge part of it is discovery. So, you know, we discover it, the discovery phase. We find out all the facts. I'm not Google. I'm not a textbook, you know what I'm saying? And so it's exhausting for you to put that burden on me, and you too. I was kind of answering you, but it's exhausting for you to put that burden on me, for me to explain to you what defund the police means. Well, when you can go out and find out.
Right.
I understand that, sir. But what I'm saying is that there's been some mixed messages and all. You've given a message that says don't abolish versus a message that does abolish. And I'm just saying that there's some mixed messaging then.
Yeah. What are you fighting for?
So here we go.
Man, I want.
This is. And so these are the conversation cafes. We stepped in here shortly, or for a short time here, and heard some of the conversation that's occurring. But you know, I'll be honest with you, the gentleman right there, there we go. That gentleman right there kind of reinforced something that we've been hearing here. I mean, you heard what he said. He said, I hear some people
By the way, this
saying,
is the only for-profit business here.
huh?
It's the only for-profit.
Well, he's the only for-profit business to be here every day. There was this guy selling the shirts. And it was funny because on Twitter, I'm like, hey. And, you know, I think people on Twitter got to get used to my sense of humor. Because I was like, hey, capitalism is alive and well.
If you want a hot dog, I got you.
Oh, okay, thank you. I'm good right now. I'm going to come find you, though, when I need one.
Okay.
Thank you. And so, you know, I mean, in my kind of tone, I'm like, capitalism is alive and well. Here's a guy selling shirts. And then it's like, Twitter's wild. But he's been here.
Hey, where you going? You good?
This guy be here when the tear gas goes down, everything. Like, he's serious about his dogs. So, yeah.
Been here before
So,
then.
Eric was saying that that's one of the very few vendors that we see here who's selling stuff every day. Yeah, no, the dogs are always, it's Capitol Hill. They're all stunt. That's how they stunt on Capitol Hill.
All three of my dogs.
bring you 3 dope dogs, and it's like, yo, that's how they stunt. The crowd's a bit light right now at the moment at the Memorial Wall. You know, this is somewhere I think a lot of viewers are used to, but also this is now the southern border. We're here at the southern border of the Chaz, as we call it. It's also home to the Memorial Wall.
What up, farmer? Where you at? Oh yeah, where they were doing the party and dancing.
Again, here's a border, another border right here. And so, you know, you see this border, and then you got another border that's right in front of us right here.